今から始まります。よいしょ。
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Global English, Startup and Global English. SNS get you connected beyond borders. It's high time to open today's session. Thank you very much for your coming. We have 5 programs, opening and presentation. We have 4 presentations from each the panelists. Omare Watanabe, Lily, Taxi Ikawa, Kurika Kawabata. We have 4 panelists. They have worked as a specialist in each field, and we invite 3 experts in their own field. But at the same time, we try to come across what they're having in English. We call it Global English. Global English, which I define, is global English is one of English which enable native and non-native English speaker to come across beyond culture, ethnical, and linguistic borders, such as English, which is spoken in United Nations, EU, ASEAN, and Startup Cafe in Umedami Rise. The Japanese tend to follow quote-unquote native speakers of English, but English is spoken by native speaker is just 1 out of 4. We have many English speakers, roughly 1.7 billion the English speakers. But it includes native English speaker and non-native English speaker. As long as native speaker of English goes just 22%. But 78%, the majority of English speakers are not native speakers. 1 out of 4 is only native speaker. In other words, 3 out of 4 are non-native speaker of English. Then we could be proud of being not native speaker of English. And among non-native English speaker, we could communicate in English. It happens not only in US, but also UN, EU, and ASEAN, and here, Startup Cafe, Mirais, Osaka. Then we can communicate, and we try to come across in quote-unquote global English, which I've defined. Then, why don't you speak your English? That might be called global English. We have many Englishes. In other words, we call it. I put. Global English is one of English, but if I speak precisely, one of Englishes, but it's it hasn't admitted it as English is. But that's why I took the words, the English, but a global English, one of Englishes, in other words. But I just put not plural one. But anyway, why don't you speak frankly in your English, and that might be called global English. Then we have today's main purpose is global English and SNS, such as Facebook, Twitter, the other media of SNS, and business, social activities, and other the result, English, global English, and SNS. Then we have 4 specialists in any field. Why don't you enjoy in this afternoon at Startup Cafe Mirais. I'm Toki, Izumi Toki. I produced this one last December, Global English and Beyond the Borders, inviting several experts. And this one is second Startup and Global English, April 8th this year. But last year, December 17th, I hold Startup and Global English Beyond Borders. Then this is the second session after I get started Startup and Global English. Then here comes. May I have honor to introduce Mr. Watanabe, Homare Watanabe, to explain that picture about SNS and the business. He have worked in SNS, the field. At the same time, he organized the morning session or power breakfast session in Umeda. Not only Umeda, but also now he holding sessions in Tokyo as well. He's getting popular and popular in SNS areas, not only in Osaka, but also Tokyo as well. Then here we invite Mr. Homare Watanabe to hear what he's thinking about SNS and at the same time how to get social in SNS media. Then Mr. Watanabe, please.
Okay. Okay, thank you for coming today. I am Homare Watanabe. So, have you ever seen me on the Facebook or Instagram or any kind of social media? I am Homare Watanabe. No? Oh, okay. It's okay. Anyway, today I'm going to talking about the social. So, how many guys using the social media like Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter? Maybe like that. Okay, I will ask you guys. Okay. The first question is, are you using the Facebook? Okay. How about the Instagram? Okay, cool. How about the Twitter? Oh, I see. So, okay. I changed my session. Okay. How many guys don't use social media right now? No? Nobody? Okay, that's fine. So, I believe you guys know about social media is like Facebook and Instagram, maybe and Twitter. You know about that thing, right? Okay. Let's talk about I'm focusing on the business on social media. Okay. Now, let me introduce by myself first. I'm Watanabe. I'm CIO at Strategy. This company is my wife's company. She is the president of the strategy. Yeah. CIO means the Chief Information Officer. I'm charging the information stuff. Okay. So, okay. Here's my brief in my profile. I graduated the University of Massachusetts. I majored in the biology, not IT. Okay. So everybody asks me, where did you learn about the IT stuff? But I studied about the biology. So if anybody know about the biology, I can discussing about biology more deeply. Okay. Now I joined the Japanese company which is called NEC since 2001. That time I understand how IT works in the worldwide. So I get used to using the IT stuff. And after that, I switched to the company. Like have you ever heard the Oracle? Oracle. It's a very big company in the world. The CEO at Oracle, his name is Larry Ellison. He got the 5 trillion. He has a fund like I don't know how do I explain it. 5 trillion. Yeah, he got coming. So I now understand about how the IT system is a very responsible for this society in the world. It's very core function in the this era. Okay. So after that, my one of friends asked me how to use Facebook or Instagram or like a Line. So they understand how to use it. They don't understand how to explain yourself on the web. So I know the system on the Facebook. Like how do you invent it like email or the photos stuff. And Instagram is coming from basically from the what is it? Polaroid camera. The first guys from they made Instagram want to build a Polaroid camera on the web. So after that, they want to share their images in the photos to the web. And after that, that's going to be changed to the social media. Now, the Instagram is I believe is the most powerful social media now in this on the earth. I think. Okay, it's like 600 million users on the Instagram. It's getting growing. Okay. Now I understand about the social media stuff. So I started on the last year. 3 years ago, I started the SNS morning winner, which is called like a power session on the morning, which is called SNS Asakatsu. The katsu means winner, right? So the first of my idea was just gathering each other in the morning, early morning, and then talking about your business and my business, especially about the social medias. Okay. Now after that, today I have my friend Lily. She tried to explain herself on the Instagram, so she got her business becoming successful. So I tried to be a consultant on the social media. So now I'm working at the IT company right now. I'm not an entrepreneur. I'm just like you guys are. Maybe some guys started up their company or maybe works for other companies. Right now I'm working for the IT company which is called Red Hat. It's an enterprise system. They sell the enterprise system. I don't know, nobody knows about Red Hat, but IT guys knows about Red Hat. It's very popular. Like Microsoft, okay? Microsoft has a Windows, right? They have has a Linux. Linux is a very key, key technology in this IT system. Like Facebook using the Linux, and Google also using the Linux. Any other company using the Linux. It's very key system. So I joined Model. It's a lifestyle brand. I can work for the globally on the especially on the social media. And I started a group meeting. So if you guys want to know about how to experience yourself on the web or Facebook, Instagram, like everybody wants to know about how to gain the likes and comments on the Instagram. So they want to brand yourself. I think you guys are now interested in how to express yourself on the web. So maybe I can help you your concerns. Okay. So it's my short history. Okay. Now, so this is my media, one of my media. I always posting on my push-up challenge. So if somebody wants to join to this program, which is called 20 push-up challenge, this is not training. This is supposed for the veterans, like American soldiers coming from Iraq. They are suffering from the PTSD. It's very serious problem in the U.S., especially in the U.S. My one of friends, my two friends, the boyfriends suffer from the PTSD, and then they had suicide by themselves. So I want to help them. So that's why I try to every day. So if anybody candidates in this room, you can ask me. I can help you to how to join this program. It's very fun. Okay? This is my pet. Her name is Nene-sama. So anybody using the Instagram right now. So why don't you follow her? This is her name, Nene_sama Kyoto. I posted not every day, but I want to be popular in the Instagram. So why don't you follow them? Okay? She's so nice. Anyway, the question. So I asked you about the social media the first time. Okay, you guys using Facebook and Instagram or any other social media, I think. So what is your purpose? What is the goal using the social media? What is the purpose to using the social media? Why don't you ask each other? Like a minute. Okay, go ahead. What's your purpose to using the SNS social media? What is the purpose? What's the goal? Okay, what is it? You guys seeing each other, right? You can ask each other next to each other. Ask about this purpose subjects, please. Take a minute. What is your purpose?
My purpose is always education for business. So I'm a student. So I always
in English, should I speak English?
In English, okay? I'm so nervous. You can speak English, okay?
I'm using Facebook just to get my friends or my status or life updates. And I'm always using Facebook as a practice for English. So I post English dialect, yeah, in English and also Japanese, both. And it's very useful for me to improve my English skills every day.
Every day?
Yes, not every day. Almost every day. I'm trying to. Yes. No, not at all. It's just for my personal.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. This is my chance to speak in English in this presentation, so I want you guys to have a big challenge in speaking in English. So that's my. So the goal is very important, okay? I know that some people are using the Facebook like Instagram. for the purpose is like a hobby stuff, or sharing your status, or sharing your diary stuff. But today's session is something for like business, right? Business. I believe the like social media can be used for the business very usefully, I believe. So the first of all, I will share about there are the very great opportunities in the social media. Like main purpose for the social media is communicating with your friends, or building a new network globally. Yeah. Actually, my first of my purpose was building a network from the all over the world. I have some friends in the US. I want to know each one of the web, so that's why I started the Facebook first. Now I switched to the purpose to the we can use in the business. Okay. So some people are having a date on the web. I think my one of friends got married in the the Mixi.
Wow.
They met each other on the Mixi, and they got married in the Mixi. They live in the Amagasaki. Ikeda-san. You can find any job opportunities. I don't talk about the LinkedIn. Have you guys are using the LinkedIn? LinkedIn. It's very useful for the business person. Like most of executive people in the US join the LinkedIn. If you don't have a LinkedIn account on the web, they can get a good opportunity, especially in the US. Yeah, but LinkedIn is very popular in especially the executive people. Yeah, that's very unique one. You can use in the online business like an EC site or affiliate stuff. Yeah, or maybe you can use in a startup stuff. There are big opportunities. Yeah. So I think I got 5 minutes or something like that. No, no. Fine. Okay. So I'm going to share about some numbers. Okay, it's very unique one. So the measure SNS monthly active user is a monthly using the activity user. Okay? They have total number is 20 billions all over the world. Like 20 billions people using social media each month. I want to you guys understand this point. Like in Japan, we have which is called mega bank, like Mitsui Sumitomo or UFJ, like something like that. Total accounts like 4,700 people on the mega bank. Compare this number. They have 20 billions people on the social media. This is quite big numbers, okay? And we can use these people. I don't say like use is a good word, but we can reach to the 20 billion people by totally free. Okay, this is very, very important thing using especially in the social media. We can perform yourself, express yourself, commercializing on the web to the no cost. This is very fantastic point, I believe. Yeah, you can imagine I think one of you guys using the Facebook or Instagram or both, but see the Facebook can access to connecting to Instagram, and Instagram also connecting the Facebook, and some blog user connecting the both social media accounts. So imagine this view, okay? If you share something on the Facebook, like this blog is very nice, and then this girl shared and made a blog. Now she got like on the Facebook account, so that's why it's going to the Twitter and Instagram or maybe LINE or some other social media accounts. This happens in the 365 days and 24 hours. So I mean that every this minutes, okay? I'm sharing the Facebook Live right now. Maybe some friends are watching my live right now. So if they share to their friend, now their friends can see our videos. Now I'm sharing the other stuff, other people, and then getting more bigger. I want to know about this point. Okay? This is very unique point, especially in the social media. So I want to share about one of the biggest followers account is Selena Gomez. However, you guys following her? No? She's a musician. You did? She actually she is the #1 follower in the Instagram right now in this world. See the number. Her follower is 110 million people. It's quite huge. This is not point, but her post was for the $0.8 million one post, which says the Maria Archive. This is a data science company. They are analyzing her posts. Each one of posts values for $0.8 million, like 8,000 million in Japan. It's quite huge, right? One, I can share this account. Beyonce, maybe everybody know about Beyonce, right? She got the #1 likes in Instagram history. Like, see this number, 1,100 million likes, one post. Now, this post values for like $110 million, 1億1000万円. Only one post. This is the big business chance. I want to understand you guys this point, okay? So how are there any company using the social media to getting bigger? Like Gilto and Uber is a very good example. Like Gilto got the 1 billion company for only 3 years, and Uber became $700 billion only for 6 years. About 7 兆円. That's quite huge. They're using only social media. That's quite fantastic. I want to share this company also. This is last part here. This is Daniel Wento. Do you guys using Daniel Wento right now? Daniel Wento is a watchmaker. No? So I think you know this watch. Maybe your friends or your family wearing this watch. I think, but they don't using any TV commercial and TV like in magazines. They don't have any that media, but they're using only social media. This guy is CEO and Daniel Wento. His name is not Daniel Wento. His friend's name is Daniel Wento. It's very important. When first time he want to be want to make Daniel Wento first, he want to have the Rolex of his friend. So he want to have one of the very great Rolex watch, but he doesn't have any money. Okay. So he had the idea. Okay, I'm gonna make a watch to sell everybody. So now he started on 2011, 12, and then he just using only Instagram. Only Instagram. Now see this number. He sells 170 million sales from 2050. Now. This is a very good point, okay? Their revenue, total revenue is 50% over. 50% over. That means he earned from, like, he got 170 million. Now he earned 85 millions in his pocket. Now he got 12.8 million house in Stockholm. This real story, real story. Real social media startup company. This great one. So I want you to know about there is a big opportunity in the social media. So yeah, you can follow their account. So okay, this is not English. So I want to know about you guys want to find your real fan. No, not likes, not followers, not your real fan. This is very big point. Okay. So key strategy is here, which is called anti strategy. In Japanese, arijigoku senryaku. It's very. Everyone using the Facebook, Instagram, and Line app, some social media stuff. But the first of all, you using the open media, and then you have to lead your audiences to your closed media, open media. This big point. This point. My consulting strategy is this point. Because making if we want being the startup on the web, something like that, you need to think about this story. Not only having home pages, having Facebook, you have to think about this story here. So every audience leads to your own media, own cross media. This is very important. Okay? Yes, Aunt. Yeah. Maybe you. So the last part is here. The key idea is now it's very quite fun strategy. You need to your audience having a big fun experience. Not sharing your information, having them to reacting your posts, like express some activities. Okay, like I'm using the Facebook Live right now. The really next speaker, she using the Instagram stories. This is a very good function. So I think this functionality is getting to you to the next stage in your business. I believe. Like that, this is a sample one. The Fendi, now the high brand, they're using the Instagram stories. Like, see there you tap here, and then everybody using tap on the screen, and then tap, then getting three decoration on the your screen. Now swipe up to the shop link. Now getting the audience to Fendi's website. Like this. It's quite funny, right? Okay. So I'm not sure. I got small minutes left, I think. So the important thing using the social media is sharing your story. This is a very good point. Not seeking for the likes and comments. Sharing your story is very important. Your real story. So if you want to be famous on the Facebook or Instagram, you have to share your real story. Yes, this is a big point. So I'm going to share Lily紹介.
Sure.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So here's the next speaker. I'm going to introduce her. She is Shimizu Makiko, as well as Lady. She got very big opportunity on especially in the Instagram. So maybe she got the real success story on the Instagram. So anyway, Lily, please, next session.
Hi everyone, thank you for coming today. So my name is Makiko Shimizu, and please call me Lily. I know it's totally different, my English name and my Japanese name. I just like flower of Lily. That's why. Okay, so I'm pretty nervous, so please smile. Okay. Okay, so yes, this is my Instagram account, really present, so please follow me. Yes, and I was born in Kobe, and I am a beauty therapist. Maybe you know, esthetician. Yes. So I'm graduate from beauty college, and my policy is today you make plans. Today you make plans for 5 years to come. You know, if you eat cakes and ramen or noodles and something you like, maybe you put the weight maybe 2 weeks, in 2 weeks, not today, tomorrow, something like that. Yeah. So, and next, and so actually, when I was 13 years old, I decided to be a beauty therapist. And so, actually, my dreams come true because I'm a beauty therapist now. Yes, and then firstly, I worked at Japanese beauty salon for over 4 years. But I had a dream. I wanted to work at beauty therapy salon in another country. So I had prepared for study abroad to make my dream come true. So when I worked at beauty therapy salon in Japan, of course I had a day off, maybe 3 days a week or something. But I didn't have day off. I mean, I always studied English. Always, maybe 6 hours or something. Yeah. And I prepared because I had a dream. Yes. And finally, I've been to UK and Australia. This is my Australia showmate, and this is my UK life, and you know Opera House. So this is Australia. Yeah, it was great memories. I never forget. Yeah, unforgettable. Yes. But actually, I worked at beauty therapy salon in Australia for 1 year. Yes. But I had a question. Have you ever been to beauty therapy salon or hair salon in another country? How was it? How was it?
It was strange.
Yes, I know. It's pretty strange and too expensive.
Yeah.
Too expensive. Maybe haircut is 1,000, 100.
100.
Yeah.
Or more.
Yes. Very expensive, but technique is pretty poor. I'm sorry you have friends. Yes, but it's a real thing. So I had this next dream. I want to inspire Japanese beauty therapy in another country. Yes, because Japanese beauty therapy is pretty advanced, but yeah, it's poor and strange. So I want to inspire this one. But I didn't have idea at all. So some friends call me, "You're a dreamer. You just say dream." Yeah. But yes, of course I have a dream, but I believe myself, and I believe maybe I have anything chance. And so finally I find my chance. I met him in Komare at the morning power session. So, and at that time, actually I had an Instagram account, and my followers only 200 people or something. Yes, but I wanted to teach my self-massage to everyone. So I started to update my videos every day. Every day. Okay? And so finally, okay. Finally, only now 15,000 followers. Yeah, but you know, I said 200 people at the beginning, but now 15,000 people. I just updated videos every day. That's it. Nothing special. Like this. Yes, but I couldn't get the result if I do by myself, just myself. I had a key person, of course, Mr. Homare and Mr. Ikawa Takuji.
Okay.
No, I always call him sensei, so I complicated. Yes, so I think she is my key person. I had a key person. This is my first client. I just want you to know how much my self-massage is effective or not. That's why I, how can I say, just push you.
Wanted?
Want you to my
Advertisement?
first client on the SNS, just Instagram, just my followers. She's my followers, and so this is my first client, and I just did my aesthetics techniques just one time, just self massage, and everyday habits. Yeah, it's pretty good, right? Yes. Please follow me. Yes, and I guess she needs the courage to follow me, because I've never seen her. Just one, still 2 times. I mean, 2 times, and actually she paid me maybe 80,000 yen. Yes, for 3 months. So but she needs the fight. She needs the courage to follow me, but she believed me. That's why she got the result. That's why. So I want to say, SNS is infinity. Yes, infinity. Maybe more infinity than you expected. If you find what you love and what you have some value and your supporters, the most important thing, the supporters. And make enough effort with passion. There is no impossible. This is my story. Thank you for.
Thank you.
Sure. Please.
Well, we have two, story from 2 panelists. And first of all, we got a rough idea about what SNS is all about. And second of all, we got the example. She made an example which brings big success by using SNS. And here we have athlete walking trainer. He devoted himself to make many trainers in all over the world, and more than 100,000 trainers would be sent from Japan to the rest of the world. He had a big plan and great hope to realize what he thinks, and he has a good hope, and he has a good dream. And but now he's trying to realize what he really thinks is good. But so far we got two stories about general idea about SNS and one experimental result. Then why don't you have some talk with readers next to you to sum up what you've learned this afternoon. Then I will give you 3 minutes, and why don't you talk about about what you got by hearing to experts. Then I will give you 3 minutes. Then have some talk with your the person next to you, and summarize what you heard with your the friends next to you. And be sure that the global English is a keyword this afternoon. Then, regardless how you are good at English, talk in English to summarize what you learned, or what you studied, or what you heard. Then I will give you just 3 minutes. Then why don't you sum up what you heard with your the person next to you. Okay, I'll give you 3 minutes. Start.
Social media, like Facebook and Twitter.
3 minutes talk with the person next to you. Okay. Could you tell me what you heard from two colleagues? What you got about
I couldn't find the place.
Have you ever enjoyed lessons such as Facebook or Facebook? How do you often upload
I do it to Facebook.
essays or
stories with my friend's face is
by week.
on the face of Facebook. So I didn't have it.
You upload your comments by week. Then explain a story a week. Just
I would like to
just uploading a picture or what you think. Picture. It's in English or in Japanese. Oh, video. Oh.
It's I have my own. And
In fact, I work for
and I will listen.
before
Hashimoto
the election and before that, I do a lot and after that I became
doing a paper.
Thank you very much. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's just 3 minutes has passed. 3 minutes has passed. Then you got some, rough ideas about SNS, and you might get, you got your summary in English, but I don't know how perfect your English is. But anyway, global English is, as I said earlier, one of English by which you could communicate, and communicative way of the English is a key or crucial essence of global English. Then we see many examples, not only United Nations, EU, ASEAN, and Startup Cafe at Me Rise. Then we can communicate in your English, but at the same time, we need some developments or improving way of the efforts as I making every efforts to improve. But don't be afraid that how perfect it is, but care what your contents of the conversation is good. Then we need two elements of the conversation or communications. English, at the same time, we need what you talking about. Then that makes your talking perfect. Then here comes, we have another guest who is athlete walking trainer, and he's very serious, very frank, and nice guy. Then Mr. Taxi Kawa. After having, we have exercise at the same time after 3 o'clock. But first, we've got some brief lecture about how the way to make you happy. And he is right person to make you happy. And I have a great honor to introduce you, Mr. Ikawa. Mr. Ikawa, please. Just hold on.
Very nervous.
Okay, great.
Hello everyone, my name is Takushi Ikawa. I'm athlete walking trainer. Not good at my English. Don't think, feel. Let's start. Today, I talk the best walking method to make happiness. What keeps you walking from losing weight? How to exercise and just walking. That's necessary to get good shape. Right exercise is important. 30 minutes a day. Any of them are available. Athlete walking is 5 minutes athlete walking 6 times, or 10 minutes walking 3 times. 30 minutes walking 1 time. Athlete walking have 5 effects. The first, prevention against lifestyle-related disease. The second, losing weight. Third, brain activation. Fourth, improving depression. Fifth, mental and physical state management. Athlete walking, 5 effects. Exercise intensity, 80% exercise, very hard exercise. For example, Olympic athlete, 70% exercise is like jogging, marathon, cycling. Athlete walking is 60% light exercise. Light exercise is very important to make happiness. Okay, just like this. we check type of exercise by pulse rate. We have two ways pulse rate. This watch, but it costs little expensive. 2万円ぐらいです。well, check yourself by pulse rate. I have an expect proper pulse rate. I show you later if you have question. How to take an athlete walking? Take a walk, managing your pulse. In case of running, walked running is preferable. Keep your chin slightly up. Keep a breathe spontaneously. Get 30 minutes walk. Start and keep doing it. Fourth running is nature says walking barefoot. Like barefoot and forefoot gives a less. Athlete walking is forefoot running. To be happy and balance is important. Happiness consists of body, brain, and mind. Athlete walking is make happiness. It's my dreams. My mission is 100,000 trainers over the world. My SNS get me connected with Omare-san, my teacher. It's my dreams. Make friends by over the world with SNS. That's all. Okay.
Is a trainer for the healthier walking. And let me sum up what he said. We need only 30 minutes walking, not heavy walking or running, but quote unquote a healthy walking is not different. Is not the hard sports exercise, but not slower. But how to keep the balance is important, and that's what he's trying to do. And we have technical checking to keep our walking well, and we have some pulse checking, and with the pulse checking, you could make your walking better, and that makes your walking well balanced. And forefoot walking might be better, not this way, not heel walking, but forefoot walking is better. And just you jump up this way, and this one is better just when you walk. But after 3 o'clock, he would exercise what it looks like. It's called the kind of workshop. He gives us the certain way of the instructions. Then you realize how the way to make you happy by having good exercise and good mind and good the good mind and the good
Mind.
exercise. Mind,
Body.
body, and brain.
Brain. Yeah.
And
Brain activation.
brain activation. Brain activation comes from healthier walking, and walking makes your brain well, and as a result of it, you got a good mind. Then three elements: mind, brain, and healthier body, interconnected.
Yeah.
Then walking makes you your brain activize, and as a result of it, you got a good sound mind in your body. Then three elements is really interconnected. Then he will explain later what it looks like as a workshop. Thank you, Mr. Yu.
Thank you.
Here we have Yurika Kawabata. He's an activist all over the world to come across the people, different ideas, different culture, and different minds. Yurika Kawabata, here, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Are you tired? One more time. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Sayaka.
Thank you very much. So let's start my presentation. My name is Yurika Kawabata. I am international school teacher. I worked 5 years in the school, and I worked 2 years teaching Japanese in Argentina. And I traveled a lot of places because I love traveling. So my mission is to be a bridge between people and people, people and culture, and people and dreams. So that's why I became an international school teacher. Because I survived in Argentina for 2 years. I studied abroad in Australia for 1 year. This experience made me very strong and also made a wider possibility, and also I made a big good friend, good family in the world. These things are very important for me, and these things are very treasure for me. So today I would like to share my experience and also share the value of staying abroad. And English and cultural experience, these two things is very good way to access to the world. So what do I do is, for example, teaching in the kindergarten. Other activity, this is a Japanese class in Philippines. All of high school students, they are running Japanese, and we had some origami session, we had some Japanese lesson, and I use SNS. My friend is a SNS Facebook friend, and he was teaching Japanese in Philippines. So when I went to Philippines, I connect Facebook, send a message with him, and he was invited me to this class. And this one, while I was working as a Japanese teacher in Argentina, we had some English tea party and green tea cake tea ceremony. So these old lady are very interested in Japanese culture, but they came for the session only because they don't have a Japanese class. But because of the Facebook information they are interested in, and they came and we had some nice session. The other thing, this one is orphanage in Philippines. In Philippines, I did a volunteer for the children and some high school and junior high school students. They lost their family because of the typhoon and tsunami. The other activities are, for example, do you know what is this? No? This is Japanese culture, Maguro no Kaitaisho. You can see this big tuna. And Kabuki, like face paint actor, he was doing Kabuki Kaitaisho. But it was in Philippines.
Not Kindai tuna.
Not It's very easy to access good tuna in Japan, but in Philippines it was very difficult.
Then who brought it?
The university staff. There is St. Paul University in Philippine Lake Island. They were very helpful for us. And then these children from the orphanage, the school, and for them it was first time to eat tuna, so they was really afraid. But some of them, 2 people doesn't like it, but other children they also like it, so they ate like 3 or 4 times after that. And this is the Kabuki theater event. A lot of, including children and adults, everyone was interested in, because the culture is very different. And Japanese face paint is very unique. So Philippine people was very surprised, but they really enjoying. This one is, I was helping volunteering children, teaching how to do origami, and how to make an airplane, and sometimes I read books for them, doing card game with them. This is an education part. So, how I communicate with them. If I can speak English, and if they can speak English, we can communicate by language. But sometimes, if I go to Kenya, if I go to Sri Lanka, some of them, they don't speak English. They speak their own language, and I don't know the language. So usually we use some facial expression. So I'm happy, I'm tired, or sometimes we use gesture. For example, are you hungry? Do you want to eat? So this gesture is very important. And for example, in Kenyan culture, eating food with them and singing and dancing is very good relationship for connecting each other. So this time, my host family in Kenya, they were invited me to the, you cannot see, the food. But before food, this is the water. So we wash the water, we share one thing, and then after that they brought some beef and chicken and rice, and we eat together. So singing, dancing, eating together is very important for me to spend the time in abroad. And I made...
The clothing you wear.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So this is the Kenyan style clothing. My host mother was working at the making a closet, a designer. So she made a handmade one. So how do I use SNS? For example, this is my Argentinian Japanese group. We call it Japanese meeting because I was in 2 years in Argentina. Every time if I go to school, I saw my friend, I saw my Japanese student, I saw my Japanese taiko member. But after I came back to Japan, I cannot see them because it's 20 hours away from here. So how I communicate is using SNS. For example, Facebook is a very good tool. All of them are my friends. We have 62 members interested in Japanese culture or language. And in Argentina, I did some origami session, and we posted for this season. I take a photo of sakura and send them on the Facebook, and they comment like, I want to visit Japan, or say, let me show you something from Argentina. They're gonna send us message. So this is a good way to keep connection with them. Then another example. This is the Wadaiko Globe Facebook in Argentina. In Argentina, I was performing Wadaiko. There is Wadaiko team in Argentina. So all of members here are all Argentinian, and I was here, only one Japanese girl. And once a year, they have Argentinian Wadaiko concert in Buenos Aires. There was a lot of people, 100 disparate, 100 taiko performance members and all audience. I was very glad. A lot of people in Argentina was interested in Japanese culture, and they came here to know what is Japanese culture. Because in Japan, many of them, I think they don't know what's about in Argentina. What's Argentina culture, who they live, how they eat, how they communicate. But the Facebook is one thing. We can share the information and we can keep in touch with them. So sometimes I post the information, and then, for example, some people who are interested in the concert, they will come, or they can see the video. And this is English and travel blog in Japan. I went a lot of different countries, and different country has very good culture and uniqueness. So I want to share these good things in Japan, because a lot of my friends doesn't know yet. So for example, this one, I went to Sri Lanka once, 1 month, this New Year. And then Sri Lanka's food is different, culture is different. There is a beautiful volcano mountain in Sri Lanka. So we had a Sri Lankan party, and I shared that culture and experience. We had some Sri Lankan whiskey. This he really love it. Or sometimes this Pakistan party. It was in this March. They were celebrating their Independence Day, and I danced the Pakistan dance. my favorite chef, Pakistan restaurant, he is the owner. He told me how to dance the Pakistan dance, and I perform on the stage. This one is an international event. So, for example, maybe China, India, Argentina, maybe Mongol, and Serbia. So each of them has their costume, or they share their culture. And we had a gathering, like a world festival. So these are my activities. So at the first time, if I go abroad, maybe same as you, I was very scared. I was very worried, because I didn't know anyone in Argentina. I didn't know what they eat in Argentina. So first time is very scary for me and for you as well. But after 1 week, 2 weeks, you're getting to know each other. It will be fun and very nice to spend time with them. So I would like to encourage you, if you haven't been to abroad, just go abroad and see what they are. It will be a good experience. You will open your door to the world, and you can have some friends to meet in the different countries. And I believe difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Kawabata, about how to enjoy our different cultures with different peoples by visiting or through SNS. She could enjoy herself by visiting and by connecting SNS. We could enjoy as long as we got to know what SNS is all about. There are plenty of ways to get connected with the different peoples, as long as you could be good at Global English. As I said earlier, Global English means, as I defined, the language, one of the English language which bring you communications